Welcome, fellow travelers, to another journey beyond the veil. Today we delve into the enigmatic world of one of ancient Egypt's most influential figures, Tahuti, or as the Greeks later named him, Thoth. His wisdom was profound, his knowledge vast, and his legacy, well, it was obscured, hidden, or, as some would say, whitewashed. You might be wondering, how does this story fit into the theme of Veil of Time, where we focus on colonial legacies? Consider this. The knowledge of Tahuti was not only appropriated by the Greeks, but also deliberately obscured, the kind of knowledge they'd rather us not know about. If you're ready to uncover ancient secrets, explore cosmic balance, and rediscover wisdom kept in the shadows, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us at Veil of Time. As an old African proverb says, wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Our journey begins with Tahuti, often referred to today as a god. But let's clarify. When we use the term God in this context, we're not talking about the Western concept of an all-powerful, singular deity. In fact, the ancient Egyptians didn't use the word God as we understand it. The term God comes from the Proto-Germanic gudan, evolving into Old English. So when we call Tahuti a god, we're really speaking of an embodiment of cosmic principles, specifically wisdom, knowledge, and balance. Tahuti wasn't seen as a ruler of the universe, but as a guardian ensuring that everything, from the stars in the heavens to human thought, remained in harmony. He was the scribe of the gods, the cosmic historian who recorded the passage of time and the unfolding of events. You might say he was the universe's official record keeper, but with a celestial twist. But Tahuti wasn't just a celestial figure. His influence was deeply personal. He represented the inner voice of wisdom within each of us, guiding our actions and decisions. This connection wasn't merely philosophical, it also had ties to the human body. Some believe that Tahuti's association with the moon symbolizes the regulation of biological cycles, much like the pineal gland, often called the third eye, which regulates our sleep and wake patterns. Fascinatingly, the pineal gland is also believed by some to act like an antenna to the cosmos, potentially allowing us to tap into higher consciousness and universal wisdom. While these connections are modern interpretations, they reflect Tahuti's role as the bringer of insight and maintainer of balance. Tahuti's emphasis on balance mirrors the ancient Egyptian concept of Ma'at, the principle of truth, balance, and cosmic order. Just as Ma'at kept the universe in harmony, Tahuti guided individuals toward inner equilibrium. Beyond mythology, Tahuti may represent the collective knowledge of Egypt's greatest thinkers, priests, astronomers, and mathematicians, whose wisdom was recorded in texts like the Emerald Tablets. These scholars observed the stars, measured time, and studied the natural world, laying the foundations for science, medicine, and philosophy. Their knowledge was so profound that it transcended ages and borders. Imagine standing on the banks of the Nile, watching the celestial bodies move across the sky, and calculating the flooding cycles crucial for agriculture. This was the realm of ancient Egyptian scholars, and Tahuti personified their quest for understanding. One of the most intriguing texts associated with Tahuti is the Emerald Tablet, a compact and cryptic piece said to contain the secrets of the universe. While its origins are debated, the tablet has inspired alchemists, philosophers, and mystics for centuries. As the Greeks encountered Egypt, they were captivated by its rich culture and profound knowledge. In their admiration, or perhaps ambition, they merged Tahuti with their own messenger god, Hermes, creating Hermes Trismegistus, meaning thrice great Hermes. This wasn't just cultural exchange, it was appropriation and transformation. From this fusion emerged the Hermetic Principles, 7 universal laws that are said to govern everything from the movements of celestial bodies to the thoughts within our minds. To make them clearer, let's explore each principle along with a modern example. The first principle is mentalism. All is mind. This teaches that everything begins with thought. The entire universe is a mental creation. Think of athletes and entrepreneurs who use visualization techniques. They picture their success before it happens, and that mental focus shapes their actions, proving that thought can drive reality. Next, we have correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. It's the idea that patterns repeat across different scales of reality. Imagine fractal patterns in nature, like snowflakes, tree branches, or even galaxies. The same shapes appear from the tiniest scale to the largest, showing a mirrored reality. Now this one is vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves. Even things that seem still are actually vibrating. A modern example? Sound therapy, which uses vibrations to influence our mental and physical states. Sound waves, which are just vibrations, can change how we feel. The fourth principle is polarity. Everything has poles. This means that opposites are connected. Think of emotions like love and hate. They're opposites, but they're also two intense feelings that can flip from one to the other, showing that opposites are often just two sides of the same coin. Moving on to rhythm, everything has its tides. There's a natural ebb and flow to life and energy. We see this rhythm in market cycles, where there are times of growth and times of recession, expanding and contracting, just like the cycles of nature. Next is cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. In technology, every action has a result. If there's a bug in a program, there's always a root cause. Everything operates based on cause and effect. And finally, gender. Gender is in everything. This refers not just to physical gender, but to creative and receptive energies. In creativity, the masculine represents action and creation, while the feminine represents intuition and receptivity. Both are necessary for balanced creation, whether in art, science, or problem solving. While these principles are often attributed to Hermes, their roots trace back to Egyptian thought, demonstrating the undeniable connection between the two cultures. However, in this process, much of the original context and nuance was altered, or as some would say, whitewashed. Here the story takes a mystical turn. The knowledge of Tahuti and the Hermetic Principles didn't fade into obscurity. Instead, they were preserved, sometimes in secrecy, and passed down through generations. Some believe that this ancient wisdom was intentionally kept from the masses, reserved for those deemed worthy or initiated. Secretive groups and societies throughout history have been rumored to guard this knowledge, using it to gain insight into the workings of the universe. The Emerald Tablet, for instance, was thought to hold keys to unlocking profound mysteries, from alchemy to spiritual enlightenment. Even today, whispers persist that aspects of Tahuti's teachings influence modern science, philosophy, and spirituality more than we realize. From the study of consciousness to the exploration of quantum physics, could traces of this ancient wisdom be woven into our contemporary understanding of the world? This brings us to an intriguing thought. Was Tahuti's message meant for all of humanity, a latent potential within each of us waiting to be awakened? And so, dear travelers, our journey through the veil of time brings us back to the present. Tahuti's wisdom, once obscured, hidden, or, as some would say, whitewashed, still echoes today. From ancient hieroglyphs to modern symbols, his legacy endures if we choose to see it. But here's some food for thought. Do we truly have the potential to tap into this ancient wisdom? Or was Tahuti indicating that it's something we all possess? A latent power within us, waiting to be awakened. Perhaps the answers lie not in distant stars, but within ourselves. If you've enjoyed this exploration into forgotten knowledge, please hit that like button and subscribe to Veil of Time. Let's continue uncovering the truths they'd rather us not know. After all, the one who controls knowledge controls the future. Stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, history isn't just what happened, it's what was written.